These are 7 bad testicle habits every man should avoid at all costs, or your junk could get smaller. It could stop working, or even worst of all, you could lose your ability to have kids. Each habit I'm about to discuss in this video gets worse as the video progresses, and chances are you're doing all of them. Starting with number 1, prioritizing your health, it's killing your sperm. I want you to take a look at the 25 things that I'm showing on screen right now. Now, get a piece of paper or even on your note app and write down everything that you think what I'm showing you lowers testosterone. You see, in a survey conducted on 1,000 men, researchers presented to each guy these 25 items I'm showing and then asked which one they believed would lower their sperm count. They then created a chart of the things that men believed lower sperm count, but actually didn't, as well as the stuff men believed didn't lower sperm count, but actually did. Now, here are some of the things the guys thought would lower sperm count: drinking soda, being stressed, lubricant, bacon. And here are some things they didn't think would lower sperm count, but actually did. Exercise that heats up your package too much. To avoid this, you just want to invest in higher quality underwear when you work out that gives your area more breathing room and is made out of a cooling material like Moto. For me, the best pair when it comes to working out are the 8-inch sports performance shorts. You can find these on a brand called Sheath. It's all I wear, and I 100% recommend. It's the only thing I trust on my own package. The second are non-stick frying pans. Due to their forever chemicals, they have been proven to reduce sperm count, so it's much better to invest in cast iron pan. Third is eating soy. So if you drink soy milk, replace it with oat milk. And if you eat soy, replace it with another high protein meat substitute like beans or egg. And fourth, this one surprised me, sunscreen, which was found to reduce sperm count by up to 33% because of a singular ingredient called avobenzone. So now when I use sunscreen, I make sure that ingredient is not on the list. You just doing this one tip will drastically reduce the chances of your junk getting smaller or it not being able to produce your future children. But I don't just want you to reduce the chances, I want you to eliminate altogether so you can have a healthy package. And to do that, you need to avoid these next 6 tips. Number 2, never consume the 5 worst carcinogens. I'm gonna show you the 5 most common products you use that have been proven to increase the chances of testicular cancer. The first are candles because they release chemicals like toluene or benzene, which are both linked to cancer. Next are any plastic containers that you use for your pre-cooked meals or any of your leftovers. These contain something called bisphenol A or BPA. They also contain phthalates, both of which are carcinogens known to increase the risk of cancer. Be careful with receipts too. I'm talking about the receipts you get after you buy something. The ink, they also contain BPA. Your mattress, it's also a concern. Some mattresses are treated with chemicals to make them less flammable, but these chemicals contain volatile organic compounds, which also have been linked to cancer. And finally, watch out for any self-care product like shampoo or body wash that contain paraben, formaldehyde, or coal tar dye. All 3 of these have been identified as carcinogens linked to cancer. 3, never make these underwear mistakes. I'm gonna show you the top common underwear mistakes most men make that is damaging your pack. First, never use fabrics that trap heat. Materials like cotton, which you're probably wearing, or even polyester, both are known to trap heat. Instead, go for breathable, moisture-wicking fabrics like Moto. Look, this fabric is not always easy to find. It's a little bit more premium, which is why I always recommend the brand called Sheath. They have a dual pouch design and are made with 92% Moto fabric and 8% elastane. I started wearing these about 3 to 4 years ago, and ever since then, I've never gone back. My entire underwear drawer is just Sheath underwear because of how cooling Moto fabric feels. If you've never felt it compared to cotton and polyester, which is what you're probably used to wearing, bro, actually, it's kind of game changing. I'm only going to warn you that once you buy one, you'll never go back. Next, you don't want to wear underwear that's too tight, as this restricts movement and blood flow. This leads to discomfort and even chafing. Instead, you need underwear that gives you room to breathe. Ideally, you should be able to slide 2 fingers around your waist comfortably. Or you can even try a pair with an athletic waistband. These provide more support while also giving you that breathability that your package needs. You need that airflow. Again, these boxers from Sheath have that athletic waistband. These are the ones I use to train. Again, my training underwear specific, just because I know I'm gonna be producing a lot of heat. If you guys wanna check out Sheath or the underwear that I use, I'm gonna have it linked down below. And like I said, for me, it was kind of expensive, but for you, it doesn't have to be. They gave me a discount, which I'm also gonna link down below. It's a limited time discount. I don't know how long it's gonna last because their underwear moves fast. It's that good. But for you, you can try 1 or 2 pairs just so you can see the difference that this is gonna do for your daily wear versus your regular underwear at a discounted price. and see just how amazing it is. I promise you, it's gonna be the first time in Christmas you're gonna actually ask for underwear. That's how good this is. If you guys wanna check it out, sheath will be linked down below. Next, never buy underwear without proper support. Basic underwear often lacks support, especially boxer briefs. This is what causes you to adjust and readjust, which is uncomfortable. Another big reason why I only use sheath is because they also have a dual pouch design. The dual pouch means that you get two pouches, one for your testicles and one for your Johnson tip. Essentially, each part of your anatomy has its own section, so now it's not moving anywhere. When you wear this, bro, I promise you, it stays in place all day. You never have to adjust. And finally, make sure your underwear is not dirty or any old school style like whitey tighties. Just like any other clothing piece, you want your underwear to look as good as possible. I don't even recommend the bright colors either. I recommend you get dark black or dark gray colors, as these are gonna be easier to keep clean and you're gonna look more attractive when you're wearing them. If you guys wanna check out sheath, like I said, this is my only go-to. I make sure it doesn't have any of the mistakes that I just mentioned. You can as well. If you click the link down below, pick up a pair or two just to see the drastic difference it's gonna make. Number 4, never sit the wrong way. If you sit the wrong way, you're gonna lead to a negative impact on your testicles and your sperm count. That's not just my opinion. This is backed by study. So here's what you should and shouldn't do to protect your package when you sit down. First, never cross your legs. Instead, sit with your legs shoulder width apart to reduce any pressure in your private area. Next, do not sit on a hard surface for a long time. Instead, find a soft chair. If you don't have one, try to put a pillow underneath. Also, never wear overly tight briefs. I know I talked about support, but you don't want to go too extreme where you're causing too much heat. So when you sit down, it causes even more pressure. Again, if you listen to me and you checked out sheath, you don't have to worry about this part because you have individual pouches where everything has room. Next, you want to avoid leaning forward when you're sitting. Always sit up straight or even lean back, as this is going to relieve any pressure you're putting on your groin. And finally, don't sit for too long. If you're working all day, try to get up every 30 to 45 minutes and just walk around for a minute or two. This is going to increase blood flow to your junk, but also relieve any pressure you're adding. 5, make sure your BMI is not in this range. You have been lied to your whole life. Most men are told that if your BMI is over or under a certain number, they're unhealthy, and that this is going to negatively impact their sperm count and their testosterone levels. But the real test is actually how much fat you have on your body. And this you can test at home. In a study conducted in Korea, researchers looked at 2,008 men between the ages of 20 and 67 years old. They compared their body fat percentages with instances of erectile dysfunction. What they found is that men with high body fat were 9 times more likely to have erectile dysfunction, while men with extremely low body fat were also at a high risk. So, what exactly is considered high versus low body fat? Well, the study defined low body fat anything under 20.5%, while anything over 28.9% was considered high body fat. That means that if your body fat percentage is between 20.8% and 28.9%, you are less likely to experience erectile dysfunction or low sperm count. And knowing that exact body fat number is very difficult unless you want to spend hundreds of dollars on a body scan. So here's an easy way to estimate it at home. If you have a 6-pack with visible vein, you're likely between 10 and 15% body fat. If you have a 4-pack with no visible vein, you're likely between that 15 and 20% body fat. If you only have a 2-pack with no other visible abs and no excessive belly, you're probably between that 20 and 25% body fat. Now, if you have a bit of a belly and some chest fat, you're most likely between that 28 and 35% body fat. Now, by this point, I have done my job with this generation, boys. I have saved every young man's testicles by stopping you taking the worst carcinogens that can lead to testicular cancer, by showing you how to sit correctly, and now by even showing you how to maintain the ideal weight for your testosterone. And I want to congratulate you too as well. You have drastically reduced your chances of destroying your junk by just watching this video. But remember, I said these tips get worse as we progress. The last 2 are the most damaging. You don't stop these, everything else, all this progress we've done won't matter. Number 6, never let your testicles get to this temperature. Too much heat can kill sperm and prevent you from having kids. So here are the most common causes of testicular heat and how to eliminate it. First, any extremely hot baths, hot tubs, or showers, you gotta go. If you still wanna enjoy some of these things, you wanna keep the temperature under 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. Another common source of heat, your laptop. This often happens when you sit on the couch or on your bed and you put your laptop on your lap. If you wanna prevent this heat transfer, put a pillow in between your laptop and your lap. Next, Avoid any material or fabrics made from polyester, as this not only traps heat, but it's basically a plastic, which is not breathable. Instead, you want either natural fabrics like your cottons or linens, or if it's underwear, your modal. And finally, sleeping in underwear. It's actually terrible for your junk. One study found that men who slept naked had higher sperm counts. So for the nighttime, you can go commando, bro. Ditch the underwear. Number 7, never make these 5 shaving mistakes. Here are 5 common shaving mistakes you're making in your private area. But I'm also gonna show you techniques that have been complete game changers for me. Let me show you how to... You're still here. Why are you still here, bro? This is not gonna be a step-by-step tutorial, but I'm gonna show you what to do. Never shave your testicles with a razor without first trimming down your hair with an electric trimmer. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with the worst shave of your life, and I promise you, you'll never do that again. Next, you wanna soak your hair in warm water before shaving with a razor. This is why it's better to do it in the shower. This is gonna prepare your skin and soften the hair so the razor can glide. Never, ever shave against the grain. This is not your face. You're not trying to get the closest shave of your life down there. What you want to do is a safe shave down there. Shaving against the grain will increase your cuts, your nicks, and ingrown hairs. That is not comfortable. Also, never use a body moisturizer down there. Find moisturizers that are specifically designed for your private area, because a lot of these moisturizers will have parabens and sulfates, which are damaging for your testosterone and your sperm count. And finally, don't just throw on a cheap pair of underwear. You already know. Put on something quality, especially after a fresh shave, to keep that area cool. If you listen to me and avoid the 7 mistakes I just showed you in this video, I promise you, you're gonna save your boys and your future generations. I've completed my mission. See you boys next time.